this on my iPhone because all the GoPro batteries are dead. Yes, that's right, all 4 of them. That's right, I just worked so hard that I killed 4 GoPro batteries, you guys. So we checked into this campground, and it's not exactly the intro I wanted to make, but it's pretty peculiar, just the whole setup. We were over, let me show you. We were over past where Sam is in that open field area. And I think that's like the day youth area. And we were waiting for our check-in. Check-out is 1 o'clock here. And usually, you know, if the person isn't here or they check out at 1, we usually check in earlier. Check-in is at 3. But if nobody's here, we've never had an issue checking in earlier. So we're here. She left. We watched her leave. And when we pulled in, we noticed all this stuff. And at first I thought she left garbage. But it's not garbage. It's a nice stove, propane, dog food. I don't know what's in that. I didn't open it.
It's not ours.
Yeah, it's not mine, so I'm not gonna touch it. None of this is mine. This is all dog stuff, clothes, I don't know. And she left the fire. Well, it's not smoking anymore, but it was before. But it's still hot. I can feel the heat. So it just kind of seems like she left in a hurry. And Samantha was saying that somebody from over there at that campsite kept walking back and forth. So I don't know if they made her feel unsafe. Oh, and she left all her clothes hanging up too, by the way. So I don't know if she left because she felt unsafe or there was a problem. I mean, she left her dog food bowl, everything. So Samantha's on the phone with, we're trying to get in touch with the ranger and Reserve America, who we booked this through. I want to make sure she's all right, and you know, I want to make sure we're not going to have any issues moving her stuff and putting it wherever it needs to, you know, on the side until she comes back or whatever. But it's pretty weird. I will give you guys an update once we find out more. All right, guys. Well, good news. The person occupying our site has finally left. They were not in any rush to come back, even if they were told that they were in a site. So basically what happened was she was supposed to be in a completely different site and a different campground. And I don't know how she ended up here. So she was supposed to be in site 2 at that said campground, which is occupied because obviously she's at the wrong campground. So she just plotted down here, had no reservation for here, and stayed here last night. And made herself super comfortable. She had her clothes on her line and all her stuff out over here, and her fire was going, and she even left us a courtesy pile of wood, which is super nice. Although I have wood that I cut that I found down the road a little bit with my chainsaw, so I'm going to be splitting that soon. But we have that, which is nice. So she finally came, the ranger helped her move and took her to the right place where she's supposed to be at. I'm going to pull out these logs that I have and start cutting up some wood because the sun is slowly going down. And we have a turkey in the oven because, you know, this is our first year with the RV and we're going up to see family for Thanksgiving. But Sam and I wanted to have like a little Thanksgiving meal with the dogs and everything in our RV. So we're doing like a pre-Thanksgiving. So we bought a full-size turkey. I think it's like 9 or 10 pounds. So we have it cooking in the oven right now. It's been in there for about 2 hours. Has about an hour and a half left, I think. Or so, give or take. So that's cooking away. I'm going to split some wood. Sam's going to keep an eye on the turkey. And we're just going to have a good old time. All right, I split a little bit. I didn't split a lot. I split about 2 or 3 of the logs. So that should be plenty of firewood for now. If anything, I can split these 2. And then I found this big, ginormous log. And that thing will burn for a long time. But I'm probably going to try to cut it at least in half. I think it's huge. Later, if we want to do like a slow burn or something. Alright, I got the generator going because, for one, I had to charge my chainsaw battery, and 2, we don't have solar on the roof yet, so the only way we could charge the house batteries is either being by plugged in to like a pedestal at an RV park, or by running the generator, and then that'll automatically charge the house batteries. We haven't had a chance to look at solar yet. I want to do a big solar setup on this thing, like, I don't know, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 watts with some really nice big amp hour batteries and charge controller and that whole fancy setup. But I probably won't be able to get to that till at least February or March. It's going to be expensive. To do that whole setup is probably a couple grand. I'm going to say between 2 and 3. But we'll see, depending on if I go with used solar panels or new. That'll determine how much exactly I spend. Anyway, the turkey is done. We're gonna go inside and get some food. I'm gonna show you guys proof that you can cook in an RV. All right, guys, here she is in all her glory.
Oh, thank you.
Samantha, LOL.
Ew.
Samantha cut it open, made sure it is cooked. We are good to go on the turkey. Don't mind the mess. This is what happens when you cook, especially in a smaller space.
Mess! I just cleaned.
So we got potatoes. We're making fresh mashed potatoes, and Sam is about to make some stuffing. Oh, excuse me, am I in your way?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And then we are going to be eating like the kings and queens, I guess. And peasants. The peasants are over here. Wait, you got the wire wrapped. Milo, God, he's trying to choke himself on the freaking cable. You stupid. No, just kidding. Oh, you're so cute. Football can't get any attention. Milo always has to be the attention hog. Alright, guys, here it is in all its glory. We got some stuffing, some turkey, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, cold beer, and some Shark Tank on the tablet. We are set. There's your proof that you can make a full-fledged Thanksgiving Day meal.
Thanksgiving meal in a shuttle bus in an air fryer.
She is so set on that, huh, guys? Okay. But that is the proof, guys. The proof is in the pudding. Well, it's in the turkey, I guess. Anyway, we are going to chow down here, watch some TV, and then we're going to go outside, get a nice roaring hot fire going, and hang outside for a while. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we got a nice roaring fire going. Dinner was ridiculously delicious. Just burning some of my cardboard. Keep an eye on this stuff falling out. It is cold out, but man, when you are by this fire, it is so nice and warm. I don't know if you guys can see much. It's kind of dark. I got my porch light on. Man, that fire is so toasty. Can you guys feel it? Let me know if you can feel it. Here, I'll bring you a little closer. Whew, a little too close. Kind of hot. Good morning, guys. So, just woke up a little while ago, maybe about an hour ago, and had a very nice, quiet night's sleep at this state park. I love this park. We come here quite a bit whenever we get a chance to. It's a good getaway from society, you know, if you just want to like come out here and collect your thoughts and enjoy nature. And there's a lot of walking trails, and you can also bring your horse here. They have corrals, so you can keep your horses in them, so you don't have to tie them up necessarily. They have their own little walking space. And down the way over there, I don't know if you can see it, let me see. It's like right here in this area, there is a well. I don't recommend drinking out of it, and I think it says don't drink it because it has a very high iron count, although I think they use that for horse drinking water. I don't know if it's different for horses, I'm not sure, but like when you pump that water, you smell the iron coming out of that thing. So I wouldn't even wash my clothes in it. I'd be afraid. And I definitely won't put it in the RV because that iron will destroy your lines. It makes marks on the showers and stuff. Forget it. So I try to, even with a filter, it doesn't filter it out. You'd have to have like a ridiculously expensive reverse osmosis, crazy looking filter. It's expensive. And I rather just fill the RV with fresh water from Love's or wherever and bring it in. That's one of the pros, is we can bring, I think it holds 40 gallons. We want to go bigger. I got to look into that, see how big we can go, because our water tank's under the bed, so I got to see how much room I have to fit a bigger tank. But 40 gallons is great. I mean, in the bus, we only had 5 gallons, so 40 is like mind-blowing. However, when you use the shower a lot, it does go pretty quick, you know? I don't know. Water for us probably only lasts maybe 3 days. So the good news is water is pretty much free at any Love's or Pilot or Flying J, and some parks have it and stuff, so it's not really too much of an issue. The only issue is dumping. You know, you have to pay every time you dump. However, we are Good Sam's members, and we only pay $7.50 at Pilot or Flying J to dump in their, you know, they have a dump station at some retail locations. I feel like I'm a commercial. Anyway, I'm out here today because doing one final inspection on the RV, checking all my caulking and stuff, because we're supposed to have 5 days of rain. here in Florida. And that really stinks, obviously, but I wanted to make sure that we are covered as far as, you know, leaks and whatnot. This is give me a second, hold on. So you might be asking, hey Sean, what do you use to caulk around all your, you know, gaps and vents and, not vents, but around all the trim and these trims and around all the windows and all that good stuff? Well guys, I use this stuff. It's called GeoCell 8150. It's a 100% silicone based product. And this is pretty much what they use in the RV factories up in Indiana. When they first reseal your windows and doors and all that good stuff, they use this stuff. So I did everything on both sides and the back already. The only thing I haven't done is these trims right here where the point is, these front seams. So I'm gonna get all those today. Oh, and I don't know if you guys can see, but I finally installed these lights. They're black, but they have a yellow light inside them. It looks really cool at night. A subscriber sent those out to me. So I did the first two. I still got to do these three. And then I'm going to do the back. He sent me like, I think each pack had like 8 or 10 of them, so I got plenty, which is nice because if they have a burnout or whatever, although the LEDs are really good, they don't usually burn out. But if I ever need one for whatever reason, I have extras. So yeah. All right, let me get situated here because I want to get this done before we leave. We have to check out of here today at 1 o'clock. And it is about 10 o'clock right now, so I want to do that and give it plenty of time to dry. It dries pretty quick. I want to say within an hour it's like almost fully cured, so this stuff is good stuff. And it's not that expensive. I think this is like $8 a tube. And with one tube, I think I did about a side and a half, maybe a side and a half plus a little bit on the other side. So it covers quite a bit of area. All right, guys, well, it's come that time. I'm starting to wrap up here, cleaning up. Left my courtesy pile for the next camper. Try to help out a little bit because I know not everybody comes fully equipped with a chainsaw, an axe, and a mallet. So that'll be a great start for them, depending on how much they burn. Got our little smoky fire going here because I love the smell. Everything's burning down, and then we'll put it out. For the love of God, guys, when you're done with your fires, put them out. Don't be like the last lady that was here and left a burning fire and left. That's how forest fires start. And then nobody can camp. So, got my chairs. Gotta throw the generator away. Well, not throw it away. I have a story for you guys, by the way. But I'll probably tell you guys when we get back in the RV. So, let me get straightened up here and I'll get back with you guys. Alright, guys. Well, I figure I'll tell you about this generator story a little bit while I have it up here to eye level. So, as most of you know, I have the worst luck in the history of luck, or not having luck, with generators. We use our generators a ton, especially when we're in Florida because it's super hot. And I have this little guy, and he doesn't do well in the heat. I don't do well in the heat. None of us do well in the heat. So, you know, we boondock pretty much 95% of the time, so we need power portably. So we use a generator. And for a long time, I don't know, since June or July, I think July, we've been running the Champion 4500 inverter generator. And from the beginning, if you've been watching our vlogs, we've had an issue with it starting, the pull cord, and something was off with that generator, but I made it work. I'd have to pull it like 3 short pulls and then 1 big pull and it would start. It was something with the compression and the rod and all that stuff. It was all off, I don't know. So anyway, it ran for a while. It ran for over 1,500 hours, and that's quite a bit of pressure we put on it, especially between July and about now, up to about 2 weeks ago. But it finally crapped the bed. It actually threw a rod and destroyed like everything inside and the motor and everything. It was really bad. So I called up Champion. They told me to bring it to a Northern Tool, and Northern Tool is one of their authorized repair facilities. They have a whole like mechanic shop in the back where they repair all their small engines and, you know, weed whackers and all that good stuff. So dropped it off there. He took about, I want to say 5 to 7 days, and he gave me a call and told me the rod was thrown, it was shot, and that he's putting a claim into Champion for a warranty. We thought we were just going to get an engine assembly, but Champion is actually going to send me out a brand new inverter generator. So that's pretty sweet. So that's where that one went. It's kind of a long, short story. But in the meantime, we have the onboard Onan, but it is super loud, not fuel efficient at all, and I just don't like the idea too much that it sucks fuel from the gas tank in the RV. Now, if we run into a store real quick, I'll fire it up if we're going to be in there for like 5-10 minutes. You know, it's much simpler than pulling this thing out, you know, pulling the 30 amp cable out, plugging it in. So we'll just run that. But if we're sitting anywhere for a certain amount of time, we use this. I just recently bought this. This is from Northern Tool. This is the PowerHorse 4500 inverter generator. As you guys can see, it has a 30 amp plug right on it. You can parallel this and hook up two 4500s to make 9,000 watts. It does have an eco mode. This generator is super, super quiet. This one is quieter than the Champion. And it is backed by a factory 2-year warranty. Now, some who are familiar with the Predator generator might say this thing looks identical with the exception that it's blue. And you would be correct, except for two things. The Predator is only 3,500 watts, whereas this is 4,500 watts. The other huge difference, which makes a huge difference to me especially, is that this one does not have that stupid CO secure sensor on it that the new Predators have. Any slight whiff of CO2 and it shuts it down automatically for safety reasons. Apparently there are some people out in this world that think it's okay to run a generator inside your garage or in your house or whatever. So I guess these generator manufacturers were getting sued, so they had to put this CO, you know, this carbon monoxide detector on it, and it just pretty much destroyed that generator. And a couple other manufacturers are doing it too. Luckily, they're not doing it. I hope they never do it, but I won't be surprised if down the line they do. But that is the update on the generator. So we have this one. I'm going to run this one till it breaks down, and then we'll drop it off at Northern Tool, and they'll fix it. Like I said, this one has... Oh, that's the other difference with the Predator. The Predator has a 90-day warranty from the factory, and then you can buy an extended warranty. 2 years, I think, is like $175 or something like that. However, this comes stock, standard, right from the store, no extra charge, with a 2-year warranty on it. And like I said, if it breaks down, you bring it to any Northern Tool, and they will either repair it or replace it. So that is definitely a pro. Other than that, I haven't had too many issues with this thing. It runs pretty good. It powers our AC, no problem. We can run the AC on low and the water heater at the same time. Microwave and AC at the same time. So this puts out a good amount of power. It also has a nice built-in 2 USB outlets. So that's pretty sweet. Not that I ever use that, but it's nice if we're just outside and I want to plug in my phone real quick while I'm working or whatever. It's electric start, which is great compared to my Champion, which was not. That was a pull start, and it was a nightmare. Samantha couldn't even start it. So this has the battery built in and the big, nice electric start button. Starts up in 2 seconds. Fuel gauge on top. And yeah, so that's the update on that one. We'll see how long that one lasts. Hopefully it lasts quite a while. Anyway, now I have 3 generators, so if anything breaks down, I have 2 more backups. He's not sure how long the new one's going to take to get in. I'm guessing probably at least, I'm going to say like a week or 2, so we'll see. He's been, they have some kind of system where they text you at Northern Tool and they give you updates. So he called me yesterday and told me about them bringing the, sending me a new one, and they're going to just take that one back, so yeah. All right, we're going to pack up here.